Hey everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to the show. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Eric and I'm glad you could make it because today we are going to be making the smooth smoked jalapeno popper sausage. This sausage is incredible. Bacon, jalapenos, cream cheese, sausage meat. It's going to be amazing. And I got to tell you, this particular sausage came to us about 6 months ago. We were doing a live chat with the patrons of the channel, and we were basically discussing different concepts, different recipes that we'd like to see on Celebrate Sausage Season 2. And I'm very excited to say that a lot of those ideas made it on the show this year, and I can't wait to share with you. But one of those ideas took the concept of turning party foods into sausages, like the buffalo chicken wing sausage, which you'll see in a future episode, or the jalapeno popper sausage, which is what we have for you today. And I love the concept of these novelty sausages, of basically using sausage as a canvas and then creating whatever you want from it. I mean, it truly is an art form, and you're only limited by your creativity. So let's get started with today's sausage, the jalapeno popper sausage.
All right, let's get this sausage going. This is going to be a fun sausage to make. So we're going to start with some beef, some pork, back fat, and some lean pork. And at this point, all we want to do is prepare the meat for the grinder. We're going to be using a smaller grinder than normal, so I'm going to cut my meat and fat into small squares. I could do small strips, I just don't want to make it too big. And the reason we're doing that is to not put as much stress on the motor of the grinder. Not that big of a deal. If you have a number 22 or a number 32, you can do large strips or large chunks and it'll be fine. So here we go. We've got our lean pork cut into pieces. We've got our back fat and our beef. Let's pop that in the freezer and take a look at the spices. We're going to start off with some salt, followed by some black pepper. We're now going to add a little garlic powder and a little onion powder. Let's give it some cayenne pepper and some smoked paprika. And this is where a scale like this comes in handy because you can really dial in those seasonings, especially when you're not making very much. Finally, we have cure number 1, and it's now time to grind our meat. So let's start with some crispy bacon and some jalapenos. We've got our semi-frozen meat and fat, and we're just gonna grind that on a 6mm plate. Our meat's now ground. We've got really great distribution of peppers and bacon, and it's still very cold. If your meat is above 35 degrees Fahrenheit, you're probably going to want to re-chill it. But ours is 32, 33 degrees. And into the mixer it goes along with our spices. We're now going to add a little bit of water. Now you can add beer, you can add chicken stock, you can add cream or milk. It really doesn't matter at this point. We're just adding water. And you're going to notice that the texture of your meat is going to begin to change. It's going to take on a very sticky, very tacky texture. And if you grab a little handful of it, it's going to stick to your hand if you turn it upside down, just like that. Okay, now for this sausage, we have one final ingredient, and we're going to add it at the very end. This is our cream cheese. And notice how it's frozen. So what I did was I cut it up into little squares, froze it, and then just chopped it up really good. And that's what our cream cheese looks like. It actually thaws very, very quickly, so I'm tossing it in there. And the reason I'm doing it like this is I want nice big chunks of cream cheese in every bite. And we're just going to basically mix that to incorporate. And at that point, we are finished. And we're now going to take that sausage meat and get it ready for our stuffer. And I got to tell you, this smells incredible. You got the jalapenos, you got the smoked paprika, and I'm really looking forward to this. All right, so we're going to be using natural hog casings from the sausage maker, 2932, so not very thick in diameter. You could use whatever size you have on hand. And to load those up, I'm going to put a little bit of water on that sausage horn. That's going to lubricate the horn. We're going to dip the casing in the water. That's going to fill the casing up with water. And then we're just going to go ahead and slide that effortlessly onto the horn. Now you're going to know you have the right size horn on your casing when you can easily move it back and forth just like this. If you can't easily move it back and forth, it means that your horn is one size too big, and you'll greatly run the risk of having your casing blow out while you're stuffing the sausage. So just scale back one size, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and get these sausages into a casing, and while we're stuffing these, we don't want to stuff them too tight because they could also expand and burst our casing. So we just want to put very light pressure on our casing, and when you pinch the sausage after it's done, you should easily be able to pinch all the way through. If you have a difficult time pinching your sausage, there's a decent chance that when you go to link your sausage up, your casings will burst. And just the next time you do it, just don't fill it as tight. No big deal. All right, so here we go. Our sausage is now completely filled. We are going to prick out any possible air pockets that might have formed, and we're going to take this sausage and place it in the refrigerator overnight. This is going to allow the cure an opportunity to do its job. It's also going to allow those flavors to come together and have that casing dry out a little bit. So the next day, it's time to cook our sausage. Now, you can cook this sausage any number of ways. We are going to be smoking it in our Smokin' It smoker, and I'm going to leave the door open while we start this cooking cycle. Our first setting will be 100 degrees for 1 hour. That's going to dry our casing out. It's going to give us a nice snappy bite, at which point the smoker will automatically cycle to the next setting, which is 125, and then 145, 155, and then finally 180 until the internal temperature reaches 145 degrees. I'll typically start to apply smoke at 125 degrees Fahrenheit. By that time, my casings are dry. The sausage can really take on that smoke. And we're using the Bella's cold smoke generator from Smokin' It. Check out the link in the description box below if you want some information on that. This is what our sausages look like after they've hit 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful color. And now we just want to stop the cooking process by dunking them in some ice cold water. This is going to keep that casing from shriveling up, giving us some very nice, really good looking sausages. As soon as that's chilled, we can just let it bloom or air dry for several hours, which will magnify the color. Doesn't do anything for the flavor. It just really gives them this nice mahogany finish. And that's our jalapeno popper sausage. Let's heat one up and see what it tastes like.
All right, now it's time to try the smoked jalapeno popper sausage. And at first glance, I'm loving what I'm looking at. We've got a nice smooth slice. The meat is well bound together. You can see that right there. The casing is adhered to the meat properly and it's tight. You know, it's been cooked properly. It's not rubbery. So I can tell you right now, this is going to give us a very nice, snappy bite. It looks like we've got jalapenos distributed throughout. And when I slightly squeeze on it, I've got not only juice pouring out of the sausage, but I've also got cream cheese. So this is going to give us a really interesting flavor. Let's go ahead and give it a smell. Oh, that's nice. That actually embodies the spirit of a jalapeno popper, especially if you've ever made jalapeno poppers with andouille sausage kind of mixed in with the cream cheese. It's got that smoky element, that creamy element. That smells great. All right, so here we go. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow. I got cream cheese. It didn't render out. We cooked this to an internal of about 145. Cream cheese is nice and soft, but it did not flow out. So each bite has got this like creamy, spicy, smoky, bacony goodness that's all a part of it. I hope you don't mind. Hold on now. Woo! Now that is a rock star sausage. It's creamy, it's spicy, it's juicy, it's smoky. It's got that subtlety of bacon. And honestly, all I can think about is my next bite. I hope you get a chance to make it. I'd like for you to do me a favor. In the comment section below, I want you to write out the most creative and unique sausage that you can come up with. I don't need a recipe, I just want the ideas. And we're gonna take the most creative ideas that are in the comment section below and convert those into actual sausages for Celebrate Sausage Season 3. I can't wait to hear what you come up with. If you make this sausage, let me know. If you have any questions in the comment section, and if you found this video entertaining or helpful in any way, a great big thumbs up is always appreciated. If you're new to our channel, we want to say welcome. Thanks for checking us out. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell because we are in the middle of a daily upload month where we're talking about sausages all month of October. You don't want to miss a single episode. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.